I wanted to do one more video, basically just talking about Returnal, giving my thoughts on it, and yeah, kind of like a review, except I haven't finished the game yet. But yeah, Returnal is something that's quite special. I mean, as one of the first exclusive titles for the PlayStation 5, obviously, it's got quite a big responsibility. It's got to be a game that can sell the PlayStation 5. And I think it actually achieves that quite well. Housemarque has... Oh, that's locked, isn't it? Yes, it is. Housemarque have always been very good at making combat games. Usually in a top-down perspective, or in like a 2D kind of world. But this is obviously very different in the respect that it is fully 3D. And they absolutely nail it. It feels so fun, constantly. And it's exhilarating. It's one of the most intense, exhilarating games I've ever played, because you are always on your toes with what you're doing. And I love roguelikes anyway. They're extremely fun. But there's something about this game that nails it more than other roguelikes I've played. And I think it's because it starts off just naturally very difficult, and it doesn't really let up. And it's, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be extremely challenging from the get-go. But there's not much room here, is there? No! Yeah, it's not going well for me. Yeah, this is not my best run. I've had finer hours in the past. Hoping this is some health. It is. Oh, this is a secret area. But yeah, I'm very impressed by how intense it is without it feeling unfair. Like, I never feel like it's the game's fault. It always feels like, oh yeah, no, that's totally on me. What does this do? Right, it's that one. And this is... Okay, yeah, I'm going with that. This has the shocker, right? No, it doesn't. I switch back. I want the shock. Shock is good. What is the void beam? Sorry, I haven't seen that before. Whoa, okay. That lasts a while. Alright, we're sticking with that. Yeah. At no point does it ever feel like the game is being too cruel. And I'm not saying that the game isn't difficult, because obviously it is. It's extremely difficult at all times. But it is a case of you just naturally get better. You understand how the world works. And again, in a way where it's fair and it's earned. And I really like the reward system in this game, because it does reward you in a very balanced way. Like, you get given items, which you always appreciate, but it never feels like they're giving you too much. Which I guess could be a worry in some cases. Like, am I being given stuff for absolutely no reason? If the answer to that is yes, then that's always going to be very disappointing, because it feels like it's unearned. Whereas here, everything feels like, oh yeah, I've been through an ordeal, I've earned this. And even if it's just something small, like, oh, I get a tiny bit of health back, or oh, I found a little bit of money that I can put into something later down the road. Like, it all means a lot when you're reaching desperation levels. Because you do get desperate playing this. And to say you don't is foolish. Well, this is not worth it. I mean, I could break it, and it might not be bad. It almost certainly will be, though. Yeah, no, you're always under threat, and it always feels like one of the most intense experiences you'll ever feel playing a game. But I appreciate what it is able to present. And I haven't finished a lot of the game. You know, I've only reached the second biome of 6, I think, but there's probably more to the game than that. And yeah, like it's already majorly intense, but I am getting better, which is very satisfying. And the what I also liked, I did like a quote-unquote pacifist run, where I didn't kill anything with the exception of the boss, or at least trying to kill the boss. And I'd got through probably 10% of the second biome, and in my pacifist run, I got through all of it without much difficulty, honestly. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this?
Discovered a kind of technology that
Whoa.
represents the past, or a visual archive of sorts.
Whoa. This is very new.
It's encountered the same hostile fauna.
This is amazing.
They built protection.
Huh,
This must have
wow.
occurred centuries ago.
This is crazy. Oh, I love this. Yeah. That's a better version of what I got. I'll take it. Wow, I can't believe I've never seen a room like this before. But I adore it. It's brilliant. Very high. Here we go. Suffer damage on overload. Oh, that's not too bad. It wasn't worth it, but that isn't that bad, honestly. I can get away with that. But yeah, so I'm just very impressed with this game. It feels great, it looks great, the haptics work super well. They are very, very satisfying to use. I'm a sucker for haptics anyway.
Fabricators. I've used those.
I just think that they're genius and incredibly exciting. It really, like, they always say, like, oh, you know, enhances the gameplay experience, but it really does. Like, it just feels so much more fun because it feels like I'm actually there. It gives a lot more realism to the game, which is something that wasn't possible before. And it's not like games without it are bad, not at all. But something with it just adds a little bit more, you know? Just that extra flavour that makes it much more exciting in a way you couldn't have predicted. But yeah, there's yeah, the vibration in the controller as well. Like, there's a lot of little subtle things going on. Like earlier on when it was raining, you could feel the rain. And oh, this room is brutal. Something about this room scares me. Should I be scared? Probably. You know, I'm gonna send you to hell, if that's okay. Ah! Are you close to death? No, I think you keep healing. I think it's the problem here. So I need to break these things. Okay. Yeah, I think they were just healing. That was my big problem, which is not great. You know, there's a lot going on in this room. You may have noticed. I'll take that. Oh no, not you. Okay, I have a plan. I just need to get my laser back. And we're gonna be good. We're gonna be safe. Go, 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 go. Okay, yeah, no, that works. That works pretty well. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, hello. I mean, hey, we're not perfect right now, but we're getting there. There's one more enemy left. I think, just the one. Wow. See, like, this room was insane. It was very intense, but it's also very manageable. And it's manageable if you just keep your... No, not keep your head down, like... Just keep your cool. Make sure you know what you know you can survive. There's no way you can't. You definitely can. You just need to be good. Like, yeah, you can't just sit around and hope that everything's gonna fall magically into your lap, but you can win very easily as long as you work towards it, and that's awesome. And now we're gonna go to the Crimson Waste, where I'm definitely going to die. So that's fun. I like dying. And I love how kind of seamless it is as well. Like, there's not a lot of loading. That's the power of the SSD. It's very cool. I will absolutely take one of those, thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, visually, it's a gorgeous game. That's never in question. Like, anything that gets made for next gen usually will be very, very pretty, and that's fantastic that we get games that look this nice and play this well. And this game isn't for everyone. It's incredibly difficult, and not everyone will like that. And I mean, even thinking about beating this game, I cannot see myself doing it anytime soon. I'm gonna have to get really good, because I know I'm not good enough. Not yet. But I'm very okay with that. Like that, I knew that coming into the game. As long as you understand that going in, then you can't be disappointed, you know? If you didn't know that, then yeah, you can.
It might be the oppressive heat, but I keep catching myself glancing over my shoulder, only to find shadows and the astronaut staring back. Whenever I try to reach them, I find myself in a sandstorm. I can't seem to stop this from happening.
Wow, I'm being attacked from all directions. Oh, it's because of you! It's the big one. It's the big dude who's gonna definitely kill me. I mean, I'm super dead. There's no hope for me. What are my options? I mean, I can run, I can leg it. There's health somewhere. Health is up there. I want health. The only way I'm going to survive is if I have health. Literally, that's my only hope. So, we're going to get to health. I'm going to try and... Ah, damn it. I was genuinely gonna try and get to the health, but that sort of did not work. But yeah, like, you can see, like, just each attempt, you learn something different about how to deal with these enemies, about the items that you hold. Like, every experience is valuable, and every death will not go in vain as a result. Apart from, I mean, I don't know how this story unfolds. It might actually be quite bad that we're dying over and over again. Like, I sort of got the impression that we're resurrecting ourselves, but maybe not. Maybe we are actually, like, cloning, and that means, no, we've actually died, and that's not great. So, but yeah, that's another great thing. I do not know where this story is going, but I'm very invested. Like, the story's super intriguing. And the creatures that you fight are amazing. Like, look at these guys. They're awesome enemies. No, hate those ones though. Yeah, it's just exceptional, really. Like, they've really nailed a vibe that has to be done right, you know. Oh, that's actually very effective. Yeah, like the vibe has to be done right, because if it falls flat, then I don't fear what the game's doing, you know. Like, you can send a ton of bullets at me, but if I don't fear those bullets, then I've got no reason to dodge them. but this game gives you a reason. Because I care about not dying. Because of the very nature of the game itself and what it's presenting. Not just because, oh, I lose a little bit of progress, even though that is, you know, always going to be a factor for a game, any game. But I don't particularly care that I'm losing progress, because it's so easy to get back to where you were, you know? It's such a fascinating game. And roguelikes have always had these elements. But Returnal just does something that feels so real. I guess, like, the easiest thing to compare it to is something like Hades, because it's so recent and so popular, with good reason. But it doesn't feel like Hades, that's the thing. Like, I can't really compare it. Oh, this is a new one. I've not had this before. Enemy? Yes. Fun. My guess is one of them's are enemies and one of them is good. Let's take a guess. Oh, actually, there's a bunch. Enemy again? Yay! Yeah. Yeah, Hades and Returnal are not the same at all. They don't feel even slightly similar. Ah. Auto repairs what low integrity. That's really good. I'm gonna go with that. That's really good. Am I in the understanding that I'm being healed for just not move, like for avoiding things? Because I am taking that if so. Well, that's a lot of money. I don't want. Okay, it's a thing. I want it. I want this thing. It's a brand new thing. Okay. That's real good. Yeah, that's amazing. I just got some really, really great things out of this room. Which just made this run extremely viable. I get, like, okay, so I'm saying you can't compare it to Hades. You can, obviously, they have similar traits. But they do very different things with their genre. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed by this game. It does a lot that's incredibly fun. And incredibly, arguably stressful. But, you know what, yeah, let's go to the Crimson Wastes again. Because I'm gonna die. But I absolutely adore it. It's fantastic. Like, ever since I saw it, I thought this has the potential to be a classic. And not in the conventional sense, like, oh yeah, no, this is like the start of a new franchise, you know. Like, I can feel that. Cause, oh boy, I'm gonna use it and then pick it up. There we go. Yeah, like, it's not, I don't think this is gonna be a franchise. I kind of don't want it to be. I think it works really well as its own thing. Housemarque games always do well or better when they're just, you know, their own little adventure. But yeah, just I'm so impressed by how much depth this game has and how there's like 100 different ways to solve every room. Melee kills, repair, integrity, interesting. Don't do that much though. Ooh, fascinating. Handy. Not worth it, but handy. Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, no it isn't. It was only worth 8. Really? That's it? For that? Alright, if you say so.
Deciphering the blood-red xenoglyphs has failed to to reveal any symbolism behind statue wrapping. Suffocation, imprisonment, metamorphosis. I enshroud myself and hide. My shadows lurk everywhere and deeper. Perhaps they were simply trying to bandage themselves and heal, then transform into something greater and ascend.
There we go, lovely stuff. I say lovely stuff, I have a feeling I'm going to be facing something much, much worse in a second. It is the thing that always kills me, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we've established that I can run away, and I'll be fine, technically. Technically. Oh, there's a lot of you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the thing that I fear is just behind that pillar. That's fun. Looking forward to that. I feel like I got very lucky. Is there something behind me? No. I misread the situation. I should be looking more at my map. Oh, there's also the daily challenge thing that I've not really looked at yet. Unfortunately, my internet's not really doing well right now, so I can't really look at it. But when I'm intrigued about it for sure. Oh my god! I'm about to die. Ah, man. I tried really hard. It's all about timing. Getting that timing just right. But man, I love this game. Like, I don't care that I failed. Like, I learned how to dodge a little bit more. Every failure matters. And, like, you can even, like, transfer your ethers into artifacts and consumables and stuff. And I mean, it's random, but it could be really good. And that could make the difference in one attempt. So that's pretty cool. Like, that kind of stuff is really exciting. But yeah, like right now, because of the rain, I can feel it on the controller. And it's very subtle. But it's very, very nice. And I love that kind of stuff. So yeah. This is a fantastic game. I'm very excited to play more and to die more. Because there's no shame in dying. The game expects you to fail. And it's not even a failure. Like, it's really not. Like, you're playing it as intended. Getting through the entire game without dying is you know, just like, if you play this game and say, oh, it's easy, I did it without dying, like, you're the exception. Like, there's always people who are like that. Some people obviously just trolling, and then others who genuinely are and don't realise that they are the exception. But if you get through this without any trouble, you are the exception. And there's always going to be people who are just naturally really good at games. And it's always very fascinating. But yeah, I absolutely adore this, and I'm always intrigued to see what comes next from developers like Housemarque, because they pull off games like this and they nail it. But I hope this video was clear in the respect of, yes, the update is installing. Yeah, I hope this was clear in the respect that I was trying to do this whilst also playing, which not the easiest thing when it's unscripted and it's just my thoughts during intense battle situations. But you know, it's I said what I wanted to, and now we look towards the next PlayStation 5 title, which is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. And I think that is going to be a Game of the Year contender. And we will see just how much that game blows us away that is going to use every single piece of the PS5 in exquisite ways, and I'm very excited to see how it turns out. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.